But I don't give up like that.
Two teams here.
So you rather take that 45 L?
Who can keep it going as we're
You already gonna get the L, so why not just go and quit out and start a new game?
And this will not
nope.
be returnable.
I got my
It's out of the
points
back
at
of the
least.
end zone for a touchback.
Like 1,000.
But they got 28,000. Chill out.
They gonna do you like that one dude that we did that didn't want to quit. Y'all ain't gonna get nothing.
They could, nigga. Oh, sauce and they stupid ass.
Oh, you cold like that?
No, them niggas suck like that. My teammates just worse.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. They'll run it now out of the gun.
You ain't getting around the outside, folks.
25-yard line.
You gotta cut that outside shit out, bro. You have to learn how to run up the middle.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there.
That's what you do.
And the Texans say they have it. They do.
Stop playing with Justin Reed.
Drive fumble and the four missed.
You weren't gonna truck him with no James White boy, dude. Not no hit sticker.
So this is a bad trade.
And Brandon, you and I both know
Oh,
that they
wow.
didn't just ignore what happened last week. They
Who you think you is, John
man?
Madden?
Get better. And when it happens here
This
again
nigga
in this
real
game,
deal lead the line to line. Of what?
Message to the team, and it's not safe.
So we got 3 and 1 tackle, but couldn't
I
do
brushed
a
that
whole
off.
lot else. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And so you gonna load the box?
Defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1
That's
yard.
crazy, bro.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette.
What up?
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40
What's
at
up,
the
folks? Chill out.
39. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Nice play
This
right
nigga
there,
Hill.
stopping behind
This
the
nigga
line,
loading the
but I wanna see
box.
how this defense continues to
You
play
that scared of
in the
limit?
first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you
Damn, what a foul it. He's holding that nigga
if he
on.
breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. So now on
This
comes
nigga
the
hit get on the
field goal
game
unit,
with
and
the
wow,
force.
this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So not sure how they feel about that. They had golden field position to start the drive after the fumble recovery, but they went backward and then got 3.
Well, let's go from gold to silver. Because the silver lining is they got the 3, right? You were talking about the golden field position. They didn't take advantage of it. That has to feel like a letdown.
You always stand ready to pounce. Always. And now out come the Jags. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think coach will be ecstatic to see.
Wow, they let this nigga tiptoe across the sideline. That's crazy.
Jaguars.
Twice and he still didn't fall
His
to fire.
first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jags have taken the early
They on that
lead.
fluky shit.
Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Gold now out to kick it away. Jerick McKinnon now to return. Dances by him. Nifty move. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And he works his way forward.
Damn, Jimmy, you gonna go up there block for it, nigga?
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
So after the penalty, here's 2nd and 3.
11. White.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And the ball is knocked out, and the Jags grab it. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it.
Little boy across that field.
Downfield.
Thank you.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
Oh,
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hoffman. It's complete. Stills. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
So Kenny.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Off the play fake. Hoffman. He's going to fire one deep. Middle of, and at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Jaguars. Seth Roberts, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Gold to add the extra point. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gold now out to kick it away. To return, it's McKinnon. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the 1st quarter, and a lot of teams are just
looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And nothing but daylight ahead. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Gold with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. To return, it's McKinnon. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
but they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
That didn't bother you too much last time.
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
On second down, here's Garoppolo. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Robert Kimdichie with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long?
21.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Robert Kimdichie in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. The punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fielded at the 20. Oh, nice move. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st. Play action. Hoffman going for the deep ball. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
They'll run. This is White. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. No gain on the play. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Hoffman. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Keenan Allen, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. And he's able to put it through. Gold now out to kick it away. To return, it's McKinnon. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter. The big fella, 30, 10, 5, and he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 76 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterback.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. J.J. Nelson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans get a bit closer. And he knocks it through. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
I know the special teams coach will not permit himself a smile here, but inside, he's glowing. This is what he practices for. This is what he schemes. This is what he watches tape to put himself and his team in a position to score points. An absolute dream return.
Hurry up, here we go.
Off the play fake. Hoffman going deep here for Stills. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Looking to throw. Hoffman on the left side. This is Stills. Touchdown, Jaguars. Kenny Stills, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. 11. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
6.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. He's going to sling this deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. J.J. Nelson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Texans cut into that lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead down to 18. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And it'll be an excellent return as he's all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
But when the highlight is shown of this play, all attention is going to be on the person running with the football. But how about the group as a whole, setting up that big-time return, yardage that we won't even account for in the box score, may help them win the game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a template.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Kenny Stills, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the rout is on here in this first half. Gold now out to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Texans now. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carlos Dunlap. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Here's Garoppolo to throw. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped the yard or two short, and it's 4th down. They'll go with a big bank Fournette, and he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Jags take over in terrific field position. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Off play action. Hoffman. He's going to wind up and air it out. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Keenan Allen. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Jaguars are pouring it on. Gold with the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. Gold now out to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Here's a give to Fournette. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best option.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to run.
Fournette, 1st down carry. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him play him very well. We've also seen him pop the cork a few times and get out of there, haven't we?
We have indeed. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people want to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. Garoppolo on 1st down. And Nelson's got it here right side. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Buying time to his left. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. The 30, 20, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now Gold for the extra point. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
He's so lucky, bro. That fucking sign.
Texans touchdown. A great play here. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Texans are able to make things a bit more respectable. Point after, right down the middle. And they get a bit of a respite here from what's been an otherwise dreadful first half of football. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Now a play fake here on first down. Fighting through pressure. Now he's flushed out right. Connects it to Roberts, right side. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. They go play action here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
You got that little one-handed nigga on your team? What?
Watching that, Barney!
So you want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. To return, it's McKinnon. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
He's got a man complete.
Why is this dude not picking up the ball, bro?
57 yards.
What the fuck?
I'm not sure how this drive's going to end.
This shit is
crazy.
crazy.
Position there. A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. His throw caught at about the 5. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The 2017 All-Pro Darius Slay there in coverage, knocking it away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for.
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Carlos Dunlap in there to get him for a loss of 5. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Looking to throw, Garoppolo. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not got too many attempts shorter than that one. And I don't think this was blocked.
Yeah.
That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
These niggas fucked up now.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
Open man, it's Allen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
All right, now, look at 56.
Off the play fake. Hoffman. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protect.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, these cornerbacks have their hands full all afternoon long, but they finally get a measure of revenge as he gets himself in a nice spot. He's able to get 2 hands on the football and pick it off.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5.
Wait.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. He's going to look deep now for Landry. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Adrian Phillips there to knock that one away.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Darius Slay with a pick. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Gold with the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. To return, it's McKinnon. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And now out comes Houston. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone.
And he lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
The pitch to Fournette. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 more yards there and another first down.
That's your best play. You gotta keep
really
running
good,
this shit.
skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up first down after first down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human first down machine? I think that fits.
And he's got this down to the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry,
he's going to be hit and driven into the turf. Robert Kindici getting him once again, his third sack of the afternoon. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Garoppolo now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Throwing now is Garoppolo. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 more on that one, and another first down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover, double, triple, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Now Garoppolo throwing on second. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Read it well, and it's picked. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Detroit! Detroit! Watch it now, Barney! Barney! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw on second down. Hoffman. That's Stills bringing it in. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Houston. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Jelly lost it.
Garoppolo now. And a catch right side by Evans. And they finally get
I got 5 minutes till it's over.
We got 5 minutes. A huge play there for Houston. 42 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Garoppolo now. 1st down throw. Airing this one out for Evans. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 20. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, obviously offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Lucky 56. Black 99 Philly. Here we go. Leopard.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead. You have to stay in bounds and run that clock. Coaches, that'll drive them crazy.
Sacrifice a yard or 2 if you have to. Just go down, in bounds, keep that clock going. It's almost like he was caring more about his fantasy stats than it was about winning the game. And that has to drive a coach crazy.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
He's got a man open. That's Allen. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field. Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. John Simon in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Throwing on 3rd and long. Hoffman. He finds Roberts, complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Kerryon Johnson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jaguars continue to roll. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Gold now out to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Solomon Thomas in there to record another sack, their 6th of the afternoon. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team right on the midfield stripe. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those...
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 46 yards.
Gun!
From the gun, Hoffman. And that'll be incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
His pass caught at the 4. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. James White with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Jaguars are pouring it on. And now it's blocked. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Well, times have definitely changed on the PAT, on the extra point, haven't they? A lot more effort goes into this play from both sides.
Yeah, because let's face it, a lot of time on extra points, the effort is not what it is when you're trying to block a field goal.
No doubt about it. And before, when the ball was snapped on the 2-yard line, it was really a virtual chip shot. Now everyone believes they can get to it and knock it away, and we know how crucial every point is. So the defensive guys, they spend a lot more time trying to get that done, which means there's more pressure on the offensive guys trying to kick it.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Garoppolo. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there. Hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
And he comes back with one complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Now a desperation throw. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
Cosmetics.
Just makes things look a little better. I don't know. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, and it's hard to do, too. And the pig doesn't like the lipstick a heck of a lot, but you do like the fact that they're battling down the stretch, still trying to put something on the board, even though this game is over.
By the way, how rude is that to the pig? Look at all the things they give us. Pulled pork, bacon. This fielded at the 2. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good.
Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get a road victory in the NFL, that's a big-time accomplishment, and to do it this convincingly, that just tears up the script that every home team has, which is nobody comes into our house and pushes us around. They took care of business today.
Yeah, they pushed around, and now the final stages of this one.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Watch it now, Barney.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him, unable to bring him to the ground.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
To throw on 3rd down. Hoffman on the left side. This is Stills. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And this is caught inside the 5. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game.
And they just hit another big completion there. And I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
It's the age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side if you're going to... And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well, there's...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Gold now out to kick it away. And that'll carry. And the Texans set to come onto the field. This is just an exercise in futility.